Now in Good Morning Northwest, a UW student faces charges for shooting a WSU football player, but his attorney presents new video evidence claiming the shooting was justified. We'll show you.
And in your forecast, it is going to be unusually warm today, and some big changes are coming tomorrow you need to know about right now.
And Jimmy Kimmel returns to the air fresh off his suspension for controversial comments about Charlie Kirk's murder. His emotional monologue and the continued pushback from some station owners and the president. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. So glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, September 24th. We're going to start off with some breaking news this morning. We are learning 3 people have been shot in Dallas at an Immigrations and Customs Enforcement field office.
Yeah, that is according to Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. He also said the shooter is down, apparently shooting himself. This is a breaking news story. We will continue following updates for you and bring you the very latest just as soon as we know more.
That's right. And we're going to toss things over to meteorologist Matt Gray with a look at our first alert forecast.
And it is going to be a warm one today here in the Inland Northwest. Some areas in the 80s. In fact, most areas today in the 80s here on this only, well, 3rd day of fall here now. We are back to feeling like summer again. Going to be hazy at times. Fires continue to be active around our region. A strong cold front is coming in on Thursday, and that creates some complications. There is a fire weather watch in effect for Thursday as a result. Take a look here. So temperatures are still going to be warm enough on Thursday that we're going to see this dry front come in. It's going to eventually drop temperatures 10 degrees or more heading into Friday. But the thing is, with that cold air rushing in behind the front, there's going to be some pretty strong winds. And here are your winds for Thursday afternoon, where we're going to see things be quite windy. Sustained winds over 15 miles an hour, gusts around 30 miles an hour. And it's going to be warm, and it's going to be dry. You know what this means, folks. It means that we are talking about fire weather for the first time in, well, more than a few weeks here in the Inland Northwest. Fire weather watch for Eastern Washington, 1 to 11 p.m. for Thursday. A possibility that if these trends continue, we will have a weather alert day for Thursday as well. We'll take a little bit closer look coming up in a few minutes.
Matt, thanks. The University of Washington student accused of shooting a Washington State football player is now in custody in King County.
Police say 20-year-old Ja'Cory Buchanan, seen here in the white T-shirt, fired a single shot into the stomach of Cougars offensive lineman Sonny Falialo during an early Sunday morning altercation down in Pullman. Falialo underwent surgery to remove the bullet and is now recovering at home. He claims he was helping a woman who had been assaulted by Buchanan, but Buchanan's attorney paints a different picture.
These weren't 2 kids going to cause problems in Pullman. They went to watch football.
And this new video from Buchanan's attorney shows the moment he pulls the trigger. The recording captures an argument on a porch where a woman swings at a man identified as Buchanan's cousin. Several men get involved, including Falialo, who takes the cousin to the ground. Buchanan's attorney claims the cousin suffered a collapsed lung during this fight. Pullman police continue to investigate this and are conducting witness interviews. You can watch the video in this story. It's up right now on KXLY.com.
We are following breaking news this morning. President Trump is changing his message on the war in Ukraine. He once talked about Ukraine giving up land as a way to make peace, but now he says Ukraine should take back every inch from Russia. The comments come as the president returns from New York, where he addressed world leaders at the United Nations. His speech touched on immigration, climate change, and the future of Ukraine.
Let them get their land back.
The president went on to say, with support from Europe, Ukraine can fight back and win back the country in its original form. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is calling it a big shift. The president's message is pretty clear, but the question is, will they be followed by action against Russia? We'll be following this closely for you. Meanwhile, the fighting in Ukraine continues as both sides reported more drones and missile attacks. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
And the Trump administration linking Tylenol to autism is getting major pushback from medical and scientific groups today. Some groups stating that acetaminophen is a safe medication for pregnant women to take and that no studies have found a direct cause and effect between use in pregnancy and autism. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists strongly rejecting the claim, calling it highly concerning, irresponsible, and not backed by the full body of scientific evidence. A local disability advocacy group is among those taking a stand against these claims from the Trump administration. The ARC, a national organization that has an office in Spokane, released a statement yesterday saying autism research should be grounded in science, not stigma. for those who work there and are closely tied to the autism community. Seeing the recent headlines has been emotional.
To all the parents, even though out there, I just want to know that you didn't cause your child's autism. You are wonderful. You are a wonderful parent and advocate to your child. So never feel like you're a burden or your child's a burden.
Taylor Crisp works at the ARC. She has autism herself and is a child with a diagnosis. She's asking for a stronger focus on support and resources for people with autism rather than the claims public officials are making right now.
Jimmy Kimmel returned to the air last night on KXLY and at other stations across the country. His show suspended for controversial comments about the Charlie Kirk murder.
Kimmel was emotional, defending freedom of speech and thanking his supporters on both sides of the political aisle. Here's ABC's Lina Moise.
Jimmy Kimmel back on air overnight, thanking his supporters, including those he doesn't typically agree with politically.
It takes courage for them to speak out against this administration, and they did, and they deserve credit for it. And thanks. For telling their followers that our government cannot be allowed to control what we do and do not say on television, and that we have to stand up to it.
Kimmel tearful at times when discussing the reason he was suspended, his comments about Charlie Kirk's murder.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
Before Kimmel's return, Disney ABC saying it suspended the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. But the company citing days of thoughtful conversations with Jimmy in announcing his return.
A lot of people have been asking me if there are conditions for my return to the air, and there is one. Disney has asked me to read the following statement, and I agreed to do it. Here we go. To reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu account.
President Trump blasting the move overnight, posting his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny?
He had no ratings.
Well, I do tonight.
But Kimmel was not on the air nationwide. Two companies that own ABC stations are still preempting the show. Sinclair saying discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return. And Nexstar wants assurance that all parties are committed to fostering an environment of respectful, constructive dialogue in the markets we serve. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr reacting to a post about calls to break up Sinclair, saying Democrats simply can't stand that local TV stations, for the first time in years, stood up to a national programmer and chose to exercise their lawful right to preempt programming. Kimmel was also in tears when discussing Charlie Kirk's widow and how powerful it was that she forgave the man who shot her husband, saying how touched he was in that moment. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
It is now 8 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray as we're kicking off our Wednesday morning here, taking a look at Deer Park. We're chilly this morning.
Yeah, just a little chilly, so still kind of very close to kind of that frost point there, right? When we're talking about temperatures in the mid-30s in Deer Park. Most of us are a lot warmer than this, and that warmth going to continue this afternoon and as we head into tomorrow, where we have to discuss some fire weather conditions on this fall week coming up.
Nearly 2 million people evacuated as a typhoon slams into southern China with hurricane-force winds and massive flooding. We'll show you just ahead.
And right after the break, a special election in Arizona clears the path for House Democrats to demand Epstein files. But the measure faces some tough odds in the Senate.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell and Hill.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, where winning is just the beginning.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
The Ram 1500 ain't just tough. It's the truck of the year. A Hurricane turbo engine pushing up to 540 horses. This Ram leaves the old herd in the dust. The F-150, well, let's just say it's enjoying its golden years. The Ram is built to run. Wrangle your Ram truck today at Lithia CJ DRF of Spokane. Let's go.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag and Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
Are you still there, Freddie? Okay, aging needs.
Agent? Please.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay out.
Call Russell and Hill.
It is just about 6:12, and we are starting this block with some breaking news. 2 ICE detainees have been killed. 1 other person injured at the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Dallas.
According to the ABC affiliate down in Dallas, local police say the shooter is also dead, apparently shooting himself. Right now, it's unclear if there were any other shooters, but we do have a statement from U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem confirming the details, adding, while we don't know the motive yet, we do know that our ICE law enforcement is facing unprecedented violence against them. It must stop. Please pray for the families and their victims. Of course, this is a developing story, and we'll keep you updated throughout the morning. In other news, the Democratic candidate Adelina Grijalva appears likely to win the seat that was held by her late father, who died back in March in Arizona's special election. This means that House Democrats will have the 218 members needed to force a vote to require the Trump administration to turn over any information related to Epstein. Few Republicans back forcing a vote, although several support the bill itself to compel the full release of the documents. The bill would face an uphill battle in the Senate.
And 2 million people in China have been evacuated as Typhoon Ragasa slams into one of the world's most densely populated coasts. Packing hurricane-force winds, the storm has left a trail of damage, triggering landslides, flooding, and huge waves. It is now bearing down on China's Guangdong province. In Taiwan, at least 17 people died when a natural dam holding back a lake collapsed.
It's time to plan your day. Pretty nice conditions this morning. Mild, clear, comfortable. For this afternoon, it's going to feel a little bit warm out there. We're going to be in the 80s across the vast majority of the inland Northwest. And then for this evening, some haze beginning to roll in and thickening up a little as we get ready for some bigger changes coming tomorrow.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:13.
A Spokane home helps women survive domestic violence and substance recovery. Now the Extreme team steps in to make it even more welcoming. We'll show you what's going on at Miriam's house.
And speaking of welcoming, the new school year starts today at Eastern Washington University. We're taking a beautiful live look at EWU's Spokane campus and the sunrise coming up just behind the building there. It's a great start to the day, and we hope all you Eagles have a great school year. We'll see you after the break.
Food allergies in schools, from mild to life-threatening. Who decides what treatment your child gets in an emergency? Why it might not be your doctor or you.
Our goal is to keep the child safe and alive.
Tonight on 4 News Now.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. King of the Cage, live Thursday, September 25th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Figuring out how to best care for a senior in your family can be overwhelming. That's why several Spokane senior living communities have joined forces to bring you helpful, timely videos at kxly.com/seniorliving. Get expert advice, find trusted resources, and prepare your family for the future. Become informed because we know the needs of your loved ones will continue to change. Visit kxly.com/seniorliving today for helpful information and for people you can contact with your questions.
Year-round grilling experts, like my buddy Scott here, choose RecTech grills.
That's right. RecTech is the hottest pellet grill on the market, not only in sales, but in temperature. We have grills that range from 200 degrees all the way up to 1,250 degrees that you can only get at Ziggy's because we are an exclusive authorized dealer.
What about the seasonings?
We have a wide variety of seasonings, sauces, tools, and accessories, as well as pellets.
Regardless of what you're cooking, they've got a grill for you. RecTech, they're the best.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
This month's Extreme Team, Miriam's House, part of Transitional Living Center. We're going to help more women get help as they transition to a better living. Plus, we're going to give them a little more room to have it more like home. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane and Pullman Floor Trader.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. It's 6:17. This week we're tackling a special project with our Extreme Team. It is working on Miriam's House, a home on the South Hill for women transitioning out of homelessness.
Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards takes us inside the place and shares how it helps women through their recovery journey.
Every day of the week, the women here at Miriam's House gather at this table for dinner. They rotate who makes the meals. While that might seem like something small, it goes a long way and gives them a sense of stability and community.
I've always heard that the meals are the thing that the ladies hate when they first move in, and it's what they miss when they move out.
That's Jessica Burke. She's the development director for Transitions, the organization that runs Miriam's House, a transitional home for women. Many of them are recovering from substance abuse or have survived domestic violence. How they describe it?
It's a wonderful place.
Amy Oxier is one of the 10 women who lives at Miriam's House. When you walk inside, you'll see this sign called Miriam's Healing Recipe. It lays out the heart of the program, what's expected of the women, and what they can expect in return. Towards the end, it reads, smooth with lots of unconditional love, something that for Amy has felt very real.
I've experienced warmth and love. Everything that I need to live with, all my clothing, my shampoo, everything is provided for me here.
Each woman here works with a case manager who helps them find stable housing. Until then, this place is home. Seeing the Extreme Team come in, not just to improve the space, but make it beautiful, has had a big impact.
It's pretty special and phenomenal to see.
In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, Mark and the Extreme Team are hard at work again today and tomorrow. They have lots to get done. We'll give you a look at all that they've accomplished so far and what's still in store. That's in the next half hour.
Some great work being done. We'll take a look at this. We got a pink start to our day out here.
A little bit of a pink sky out there this morning, and yeah, nice to see. It's a little milder this morning, and we will end up with a kind of summer-like day here now as we get into the 80s for our temperatures.
Wow.
We do have to talk about tomorrow, though, because as we head back towards some more fall-like weather, things are going to get a little complex.
Okay.
Let's just call it that, and just show rather than tell. So we begin here with air quality, which has gone down a little bit since yesterday. We're at moderate in Spokane and St. Mary's. It's kind of patchwork around much of the inland Northwest, but as you get closer to the Cascades of these big fires in Chelan County near Wenatchee and Leavenworth, well, things go downhill pretty quickly. Unhealthy air quality, and in fact, there's even some places, I think Plain along Highway 2 has something like unhealthy or hazardous air quality at points this morning. So some nasty stuff going on in the Cascades with these fires right now. There hasn't been a lot of wind to blow that smoke elsewhere, but that is going to change as winds pick up ahead of this cold front as we go through Thursday. So we could already see the winds shifting a little bit heading into tonight. Lots of haziness across eastern Washington, not so much around Spokane, but there's certainly a chance for us to get our share at times on Thursday. Here's Thursday morning, northeastern Washington into the Panhandle, seeing the smoke from these couple of fires along with places around Grant County. And then look what happens here, expecting them to be quite active in the afternoon with these gusty winds, bringing these plumes of smoke overhead across the I-90 corridor, basically from the Sprague area down to Moses Lake and Vantage. And we'll see what happens with Spokane. It's just going to depend on the exact trajectory of that smoke. But that's just one interpretation of how things could go tomorrow. So we're going to be watching air quality in addition to fire danger around the region with this fire weather watch across eastern Washington all the way from the U.S.-Canada border near Oroville to Spokane and then all the way south to Clarkston and Asotin here. We have a kind of way to give an idea of how unusual this weather is for this particular point in the calendar, and that is called the Fire Weather Index. And so each of these points here show you kind of where that index is for particular portions of our region. Everybody is above normal for this point in the year. It is warmer, drier, windier than usual, but even quite unusual for Spokane, for Pullman in the top 10% of the record. For Clarkston and Moses Lake, the extreme top 5%. So what are the reasons why we are really watching the conditions here for tomorrow, as that fire weather is going to be an issue that we have to watch. This morning, still a little chilly in some places, such as 37 in Colville, 50s in Spokane for now. Our highs will be in the 80s, so kind of setting us up for what's going to happen here tomorrow as we dry out even more with these warm temperatures. For this weekend, 70s, not looking too bad, and then a chance for some rain early next week, so keep that in mind.
Right, yeah. Weekend not looking half bad at all to get outside, kind of enjoy that transition into fall.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get through tomorrow without too many issues.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Matt, thanks. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:22.
To clinch their first playoff berth since 2022, all the Mariners needed to do last night was to beat the worst team in the MLB. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, in typical Mariners fashion, the win didn't come as easy as you might think. We'll show you the late game dramatics from T-Mobile Park next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save $13,750 off new Sierra 1500 Elevations or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
Attention high school sports fans. Your school could be featured on 4 News Now Game of the Week. Go to KXLY.com, vote for your favorite game, and your team could be the featured game on Friday Night Sports Extra. 4 News Now Game of the Week. Brought to you by BECU.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors. 24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
I was 34. I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
If you like your Broadway hot, you'll love the musical blockbuster the New York Times calls a supersized all-out song and dance spectacular. Some Like It Hot. Playing September 23rd through 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
After a car wreck, Big Insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you.
I called Craigsoft and Associates. They not only fought for me, but treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save up to $14,500 off or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
Welcome back to 625. The party is on in the Emerald City as the Mariners clinch their first playoff in 3 years.
It happened in a dramatic come-from-behind win over the Colorado Rockies last night. The M's couldn't get anything going offensively until the bottom of the 5th inning. That's when Dominic Canzone sends an absolute laser shot to right for his 11th home run of the year. Score's now tied at 1. But the next inning, the Rockies answer back. We got a base hit from Ezekiel Tovar that brings in 2 runners, makes it 3-1. And it stays that way until the bottom of the 8th. Time running out for the Mariners to make a move. But then we got a magic moment for Mr. Josh Naylor as he drills one to the gap in the left center field. And that's going to clear them all. The go-ahead 3-run double for Naylor, who's been unreal for the M's since coming over from Arizona.
Seattle wins for the 15th time in 16 games, securing a spot in the postseason with a 4-3 victory. The M's can wrap up the American League West title as soon as today. A tough break for former WSU quarterback John Mateer. The Heisman Trophy candidate for Oklahoma is out for about a month. He broke a bone in his throwing hand in the Sooners' win over Auburn Saturday. In Mateer's breakout season last year, he led the Cougs to 8 wins, including an Apple Cup victory over the Huskies. You can now vote for this week's Game of the Week for the Friday Night Sports Extra.
Contenders are Gonzaga Prep against Cheney, Mount Spokane at Meade, and North Idaho clash between Sandpoint and at Coeur d'Alene. To vote, go to KXLY.com and find this story underneath the sports section. Pick your favorite.
It's now 627.
Well, Planned Parenthood could face a year without state funding, and our local leaders warn Eastern Washington patients could lose critical health care access. What they're pushing for. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
From your head and shoulders, down to your toes, and everywhere in between. Kootenai Health provides advanced medicine right where you need it, right here in North Idaho.
As the puck up ice, here comes Harrington, who shoots and scores! Harrington in the left circle, roughed that under the bar.
Saturday, September 27th, it's your Spokane Chiefs home opener against the Tri-City Americans. It's Blue Moon opening night. The party starts at 3 at the arena main gate. Meet the team and get an autograph. The first 1,000 fans get a Western Conference champion poster from Avista. Chiefs home opener Saturday, September 27th. Brought to you by Blue Moon Brewing Company. For tickets, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
In sports, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
Like the low ball.
The insurance company's all about paying you as little as possible.
They offer you a quick check and hope that you'll just go away.
Only to find out later you are entitled to more.
Don't get lowballed, call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
This life is not for the faint of heart. Fortunately, for those who choose to live boldly, you've got Kootenai Health in your corner.
no matter what happens along the way. Next Level Care is here. Visit kh.org.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker following some of the top stories around the nation this morning.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is back after a nearly week-long suspension. Disney says it objected to the host's comments after Charlie Kirk's murder. Kimmel addressing that in his return monologue while defending free speech. Disney says it's lifted the suspension after, quote, thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. The show has returned to most ABC stations, including here on KXLY, but Sinclair and Nexstar Media, which make up about 25% of ABC's affiliates nationwide, are continuing to preempt the show.
A jury convicts the man accused of attempting to kill President Donald Trump last year on a Florida golf course. The jury found Ryan Ruth guilty on all 5 federal charges yesterday, including attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate. During the jury's reading of the verdict, Ruth appeared to try and stab himself with a pin in the neck. The 59-year-old represented himself during the trial.
We are following breaking news out of Dallas. We've been following this all morning. 2 ICE detainees have been killed and 1 other person injured at the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Dallas. Local police say the shooter is also dead. Apparently, he shot himself. The shooter was found on the roof of a nearby immigration attorney's office. Right now, it's unclear if there were any other shooters. Here's a live look. Police are still on the scene at 8101 North Stemmons Freeway. Authorities say the incident began early this morning. Police are right now searching for any possible additional shooters. In a statement, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, she confirmed there was a shooting. In part, she said details are still there. There were multiple injuries and fatalities. So far, there's no word about a possible motive or the identity of the suspect. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks.
Let's get you on over to meteorologist Matt Gray.
All right, and in your first alert forecast, a warmer day in store, and a bit of a warmer start for many of us this morning. 53 in Spokane, we're in the upper 40s in Coeur d'Alene. We've still seen a few 30s out there. Places like Colville and Deer Park have been down in the 30s this morning. We will largely leave that behind heading into tonight for at least a couple of days. Your planner for Wednesday, warmest day of this week. We're going to be up into the 80s here pretty solidly in the early afternoon, topping out right around 82, 83 degrees for the greater Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Likely to get a little hazy as we head into this evening, hazier than it is already as we see more wildfire activity in these warm temperatures. We are going to see a notable cool down by the end of this week. Thursday into Friday, a 10-plus degree drop as a cold front moves in, but it is a dry, cold front. That means we are just getting wind and dry conditions, no rain to come along with this. And that means we have to talk about fire danger. A fire weather watch will be in effect 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow for eastern Washington. If everything continues to trend the way it's going, we are looking at the possibility of a 4 News Now weather alert day. We'll take a closer look at what you need to know about this coming up.
Planned Parenthood of Greater Washington and North Idaho warns that without a plan to secure state funding, it will have to close its doors within a year. State Senator Marcus Riccelli and other community members urge community members to support Planned Parenthood. Riccelli claims federal Medicaid restrictions have cut off funding for the organization, harming patients who rely on these services and threatening health care in eastern Washington.
Our safety net healthcare providers are already at capacity and unprepared to handle seeing all of the Planned Parenthood patients that will flood the system. Washington must remain a place where access to essential healthcare is vigorously protected.
Governor Bob Ferguson says the state will provide funding in the wake of the gap for the next year. But until a better solution is reached in the legislative session, Riccelli warns that Planned Parenthood services are on the chopping block.
A Spokane woman faces charges for causing more than $100,000 worth of damages to cars at a downtown car dealership. A 911 caller said 2 people were arguing near a dealership around midnight Friday when one of them began throwing rocks at cars in the lot. SPD says the person left the area before police arrived. Security for the dealership provided police with surveillance footage, and when officers reviewed it, they found 16 vehicles had been damaged. The woman in the video was identified as 34-year-old Katie Sims. She has been arrested and booked into the Spokane County Jail for first-degree malicious mischief.
Well, if you were thinking of purchasing an electric vehicle, the tax credit is expiring soon. Under President Trump's spending and tax package, the $7,500 federal tax credit for EV buyers ends on October 1st. Once that credit ends, it's predicted that automakers could respond to the loss of the credit by discounting EV vehicles or with cashback offers.
Disney's raising prices again for the majority of its streaming service plans in the U.S. Most of the plans are increasing by $1 to $3 a month. These new prices take effect October 21st. This is the third time in 3 years Disney's raised its prices for its streaming services. Your time is now just about 6:35.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, kicking off our Wednesday morning. How's Steptoe Butte looking this morning?
Oh, it is looking beautiful as we are waiting for the sun to come up. Not until 6:39 this morning do we have sunrise across the Inland Northwest. So here we are waiting for the sun. A little bit of a dirty brown horizon here with still plenty of haze from local fires. We'll talk about what we're looking at for air quality the next couple of days coming up.
And Washington Discover passes will cost more starting October 1st. How much more you could be paying to get outside and where that money's going. That's next.
Plus, check out this crazy video of a car jumping a bridge in Seattle. The latest on the driver and what led up to that. Just ahead.
And before we go to a break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, baseball game changer.
Rung him up, strike 3 in the pitch.
The MLB is looking to make contentious close calls at home plate a thing of the past.
Did he go? No swing.
Approving the use of what's called robot umpires, game-changing technology to avoid scenes like this.
And here comes Torey Lovullo, and Lovullo's been ejected.
The automated ball strike system known as ABS is set to debut in 2026 and will help human umpires determine balls and strikes.
This is historic. If the batter, the pitcher, or the catcher thinks the umpire made a mistake, they can say, hang on a second. We are going to appeal and check what technology says.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll show you just how this new system works and how similar technology is already being used in other sports. With your GMA First Look, I'm Perry Russum, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make players celebrate like winners, or make two move like one. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together at the region's only non-smoking casino and hotel. We're the place for a day trip, weekend getaway, or your next holiday party or group event. Enjoy the casino action playing your favorite gaming machine, or try your skills at the live table games. Stay and play at Missisquoi Casino Hotel, located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
This month's Extreme Team, Miriam's House, part of Transitional Living Center. We're going to help more women get help as they transition to a better living. Plus, we're going to give them a little more room to have it more like home. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado
The highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on Silverado 1500 models. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Bill's Heating and AC has not one, not two, but 3 warehouses overstocked with tankless water heaters. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a tankless water heater installed for only $3,500 to $4,500, depending on the model. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Food allergies in schools, from mild to life-threatening. Who decides what treatment your child gets in an emergency? Why it might not be your doctor or you.
Our goal is to keep the child safe and alive.
Tonight on 4 News Now.
It's now 6:40. Food allergies affect 1 in 13 children in the U.S.
That's about 2 students per classroom who face mild to even life-threatening reactions to what they eat. Things like peanuts, eggs, shellfish, and milk. Spokane Public Schools serves 31,000 meals a day and tracks every ingredient to protect these students. Nutrition Services Supervisor Ellen Ramos says the number of allergy plans has increased in the last few years as more families take advantage of free meals.
I actually have seen the last few years an increase in plans that I get questions for, allergens. This year especially, I'm like, oh my gosh, like so many more kids have these diets. But I think part of it might be because they're eating at school now and maybe before they weren't.
But who decides what treatment your child gets in an emergency? Some parents are choosing a needle-free alternative to EpiPens. And one thing the district wants them to know if there's an exposure. Watch Kirsten O'Connor's story. It's tonight at 6 o'clock right here on 4 News Now.
And it's time to plan your Wednesday. Mild, clear conditions, a really nice start this morning, even a little bit of Christmas in a few of our sheltered valleys. Then for this afternoon, warm weather. It is going to feel a little bit like summer as we're back into the 80s, almost region-wide. And then for this evening, a little bit hazy as we get ready for some bigger changes coming tomorrow.
Take a look at this crazy stunt. This video shows a driver jumping over a drawbridge in Seattle last week while trying to elude police. The chase ended with the driver abandoning that stolen car, and police are looking for him. The dramatic moment has garnered millions of views on social media.
Prices for the Washington Discover Pass are going up on October 1st from $30 to $45. It's the first price hike since the pass was introduced back in 2011. The state legislature approved this price increase in the spring, saying the additional revenue is critical to keep state parks operational amid rising costs. Discover Pass sales represent 71% of the state park's operating budget, funding maintenance and operations across the state's park system.
It's a significant increase in that price. It's now 6:42.
Well, we are just one day away from the big reveal. All week long, we got Mark Peterson and the Extreme Team crew working to improve a facility that helps get women back on their feet. We're checking in at the progress at Miriam's house. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
Give us a call today.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Anybody who wants to get lumber, they get it from Ziggy's, right? Oh, of course. We have over 14,000 items, the majority of them being building materials, sheeting, lumber, roofing, anything you need for your home. Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's. Country Financial has been helping protect lives and livelihoods since 1925. Here with advice on better managing risk is a Country Financial representative.
There are a lot of people concerned about their insurance right now. And maybe you've experienced large rate increases, or you've been canceled or non-renewed, or know someone who has. Well, you're not alone. Across the entire industry, insurance costs are on the rise. and companies are changing their appetites. And it could be complicated because rates are impacted by a number of factors well outside of our control. And even when you do everything right, the costs can continue to go up. But there are products and techniques available to help you control costs while not giving up on important coverages. And our team is located right here in Spokane, and we can help you navigate these volatile markets and ensure that you select just the right coverages that you need to protect your auto, home, farm, and business. Stop by, give us a call, and together we can create a solution that's right for you.
For more information, visit countryfinancial.com.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Avamere Self Heal is so much more than just a home. We're enhancing lives every single day.
My home was heaven on earth, and now Avamere is heaven on earth.
Everybody's very friendly here and welcoming.
Come visit us and experience the Avamere difference.
4 News Now is brought to you by Satay Bistro.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:45. The work our Extreme team is doing at Miriam's house continues today.
Yeah, our Mark Peterson gives us an update on all the work being done ahead of tomorrow's big reveal.
Well, today it was all about the flooring. Caruso Floors, the LVT that's put down now. This is going to last forever. It's going to be great. Band construction came in, did the texturizing. Now we're doing the painting and getting that ready with the Rada Miller paint. And of course, our wonderful Horizon Credit Union volunteers that do a great job. Say hi. Hi. There. All right. And I'm sitting on this floor. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm crisscross applesauce. I can still do that. Down in the basement, we work starting early this morning at 5 a.m. The Williams Crew concrete guys were in doing the color. So on that plank flooring, all concrete with the coloring, that floor is going to look awesome. But I got to tell you, it wasn't just interior. We worked on the exterior. And this time, it's not my fault.
Okay, I guess it's my responsibility. I did say that there were some opportunities to spruce up the yard, and we have been doing that.
The exterior is looking beautiful, and it's going to get even better as we go through the week, getting to Thursday, our reveal day. But we're trying to get to the point where all the rooms are much like this. So the women transitioning from homelessness and, again, having financial insecurity can move on with their life and transition through Miriam's. It's been a great place and a great project. It continues at the Miriam's house. I'm Mark Peterson, 4 News Now's Extreme Team.
And of course, the big reveal tomorrow evening on 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Well, here's a live look at the Catalyst building over at Eastern Washington University's Spokane campus. Showing this today because it's the first day of class for the Eagles.
Go Eags!
Go Eags! Have a great day.
Yeah, hope it's an awesome start.
Well, certainly a nice start to the weather this morning. So a positive there. Could feel like maybe still like summer break this afternoon. True. As we get up into the 80s here, this will be the warmest day this week, and then things get, or as we talked about in the last half hour, complex. Getting into tomorrow. Let's begin with our temperatures this morning because there is a big difference across the region. Most of us in the upper 40s or low 50s, but some of our valleys in Stevens County, Pend Oreille County, and in Bonner County, all seeing temperatures now sinking down into the upper 30s. We're also seeing upper 30s in places like Athol, Spirit Lake, and Deer Park this morning. So it's still a little chilly in some areas. Not chilly for this afternoon. Everybody in the low to mid 80s. We even see a few upper 80s, such as around Grand Coulee and Wenatchee. We'll see 90s in the LC Valley. All of this anywhere between 10 and to as much as 15 degrees above our average for this time of the year. So feeling quite warm. We start to cool off a little on Thursday as this cold front moves in. It is a dry front. It is going to bring gusty winds. Combine that with we're drying out for a few days here now. Low humidities, fire danger is a problem we have to deal with tomorrow. Then Friday into Saturday, much cooler conditions behind the front. This fire weather watch is in effect from eastern Washington all the way from Asotin and Clarkston all the way up to the U.S.-Canada border north of the Met-Howe Valley and from Spokane across the Columbia River to Ellensburg and where these big fires are burning in Chelan County. So they are likely to be very active again both today and tomorrow with the heat and then the winds coming in behind that. 30-mile-an-hour winds sustained at about 15 plus miles per hour for the afternoon. Everybody needs to be back into fire season mode tomorrow and be very careful so that we do not continue our fire season more with another accidental fire start. Air quality this morning, by the way, in Plain, hazardous. All of that smoke has been stuck in these valleys. And unfortunately, some of the smoke is going to be sent our way once that front comes in for tomorrow. So I want to show you that here now. More smoke produced around the Wenatchee area. Air quality alerts still remaining in effect for central Washington. Watch what happens here as we head into the morning. Some of that thicker smoke begins to travel up towards Ferry County into the Colville area and even as far away as Bonners Ferry. Then look what happens once that front really starts coming through and the winds pick up in the afternoon. Big plumes of smoke likely from these fires stretching across the I-90 corridor. So this is going to be something air quality tomorrow afternoon we're going to have to watch for as well. We'll be right back with your Morning Sprint. Latest headlines you need to know.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trenchless sewer repair. So if you want plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
Absolutely amazing.
I was blown away.
Super high energy, phenomenal.
Incredible.
It's a lot of song and dance mixed in with some comedy. It just makes me smile.
Go see this show. It's really, really fun.
And the ultimate Broadway show. We laughed, we sang. It was an amazing show. You don't want to miss it.
I will come back again.
It's Broadway with a capital B.
Some like it hot, and that ain't bad.
Some like it hot. Playing September 23rd through 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
This is Monster Jam. Massive stunts. All-out racing.
A photo finish.
Crazy skills. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at MonsterJam.com today. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Spokane Arena October 17th through 19th.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
If you've been in a motorcycle accident, the stakes are often big.
Big injuries, immense pain, and huge medical bills.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
The time right now is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint. It's looking like a mostly sunny and clear day across the area. I've got meteorologist Matt Gray here with a look at our first alert forecast.
But first, Hannah Joy in studio following breaking news out of Dallas this morning.
Two ICE detainees have been killed and one other person injured at the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office in Dallas. Local police say the shooter is also dead. The shooter was found on the roof of a nearby immigration attorney's office. Right now, it's unclear if there were any other shooters. Here's a live look. Police are still on the scene nearby I-35. It is closed in both directions. This is the third time that a threat was made to an ICE office in Dallas. Authorities say the incident began early this morning. In a statement, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem confirmed there was a shooting. Vice President J.D. Vance in part said the obsessive attack on law enforcement, particularly ICE, must stop. So far, there's no word about a motive or the identity of the suspect. For the latest details on the shooting, tune in to Good Morning America.
In your forecast, it is going to feel like summer again this afternoon as temperatures work their way up into the 80s. It still feels a little fall-like in many areas this morning, but definitely milder than the last couple of days in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll be in the upper 60s as we head towards 11 o'clock. Winds are going to be fairly light today, which will be a huge change that you'll notice tomorrow as winds pick up ahead of our next front, which will bring us some cooler weather. In the meantime, expect highs in the low to mid 80s this afternoon.
The University of Washington student accused of shooting a Washington State football player is now in custody in King County. Police say 20-year-old Ja'Cory Buchanan, seen here in a white t-shirt, fired a single shot into the stomach of Cougars offensive lineman Sonny Falialo during an early Sunday morning altercation in Pullman. Falialo underwent surgery to remove that bullet and is now recovering at home. He claims he was helping a woman who had been assaulted by Buchanan, but Buchanan's attorney paints a different picture.
These weren't two kids going to cause problems in Pullman. They went to watch football.
Pullman police continue to investigate, and you can watch the video we mentioned in this story. It's up right now on KXLY.com.
A tough break for former WSU quarterback John Mateer. The Heisman Trophy candidate for Oklahoma is out for about a month. He broke a bone in his throwing hand in the Sooners' win over Auburn Saturday. In Mateer's breakout season last year, he led the Cougs to 8 wins, including an Apple Cup victory over the Huskies.
Planned Parenthood of Greater Washington and North Idaho warns that without a plan to secure state funding, it will have to close its doors within a year. State Senator Marcus Riccelli and others urge community members to support Planned Parenthood. Riccelli claims federal Medicaid restrictions have cut off funding for the organization, harming patients who rely on its services. Governor Bob Ferguson says the state will provide funding in the wake of the gap for the next year.
The Trump administration linking Tylenol to autism is getting major pushback from medical and scientific groups today, including the ARC, a national organization that has an office in Spokane. It released a statement yesterday saying autism research should be grounded in science, not stigma. For those who work there and are closely tied to the autism community, seeing the recent headlines has been emotional.
Jimmy Kimmel Live is back after a nearly week-long suspension. Disney says it objected to the host's comments after Charlie Kirk's murder. Kimmel addresses that in his return monologue while defending his free speech. Disney says it lifted the suspension after, quote, thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. The show has returned to most ABC stations, including KXLY, but Sinclair and Nexstar Media, which make up about 25% of ABC affiliates nationwide, are continuing to preempt the show.
A Spokane woman faces charges for allegedly causing more than $100,000 worth of damages to cars at a downtown car dealership. Security for the dealership provided police with surveillance footage, and when officers reviewed it, they found 16 vehicles had been damaged. The woman in the video was identified as 34-year-old Katie Sims. She's been arrested and booked into the Spokane County Jail for first-degree malicious mischief.
Prices for the Washington Discover Pass are going up on October 1st from $30 to $45. It's the first price hike since the pass was introduced in 2011. The state legislature approved the price increase in the spring, saying the additional revenue is critical to keep the state parks operational amid rising costs. Discover Pass sales represent 71% of the state park's operating budget, funding maintenance and operations across the state's park system.
Food allergies affect 1 in 13 children in the U.S. That's about 2 students per classroom who face mild to even life-threatening reactions to what they eat. Things like peanuts, eggs, shellfish, and milk. But who decides what treatment your child gets in an emergency? Why some parents are choosing a needle-free alternative to EpiPens, and the one thing the district wants them to know if there's an exposure. That's in Kirsten O'Connor's special report tonight at 6.
And we'll be back with a final look at weather next.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family.
I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun. Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, insurance companies will try to minimize your claim. Don't let them.
We're here to fight for every dollar you deserve.
We're in your corner working to get you the best possible outcome.
When I called Craig Swap & Associates, it was so fast and so easy. They got right to work, making sure the insurance company treated me fairly, so I got everything I deserved.
Don't let big insurance take advantage of you. Call Craig Swap & Associates now. One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Well, nice looking sunrise here. Little hazy, and boy, that's going to be a theme here, rather, as we head through the next few days. Good morning to those starting classes at Eastern Washington, no matter which campus you're on. We hope you have a great start to your school year or your semester, whichever. Now, as we head into tomorrow, windy conditions, a little hazier. Going to have to watch the air quality, and we will be looking at a possible weather alert day because of those windy conditions. Will up the fire danger around the inland Northwest. We will get cooler, more fall-like conditions as we head into the weekend.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on 4 News Now.
Yeah, we will see you throughout the morning and during Good Morning America.